is finally 2026. And before anything really begins, before the goals, the plans, the expectations, there's one question worth asking. What would this year look like if fear didn't make your decisions for you? As you're listening to this, you may feel motivated, maybe nervous, maybe excited, or even unsure. And honestly, that's completely normal. Today isn't about changing who you are. It's about not holding yourself back from who you could become. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the OLSH Life Lesson Series. My name is Samreet, and I'm a Year 10 student at OLSH College. At the start of every year, we hear the same advice. Do your best, make the most out of opportunities, and put yourself out there. But what we don't really talk about enough is what actually stops us from doing those things. And most of the time, it isn't laziness, and it isn't the lack of ability or talent. It's fear. Fear of looking silly, fear of failing publicly, fear of not being good enough, or even worse, fear of trying and still falling short. And the tricky thing about fear is that it doesn't just disappear on its own. But if we were to wait until we were confident, we'd probably be waiting forever. So here's something that I've realized, and I'm still learning it myself. Most opportunities aren't missed because we're incapable. They're missed because we talk ourselves out of trying. We tell ourselves we're not leadership material, that we'll do it next year, that other people are better than us, or we may embarrass ourselves. But what we don't see is that everyone else is also uncomfortable. They just choose to try anyways. Even when they want to procrastinate, they push through because they know that once it's done, they can finally breathe. My mother always used to say, get it done first, then you can relax. I used to find that quite frustrating to hear. But now it is that I realize how much lighter I feel once it's over, how much mental space doing my work earlier gave me. You won't become magically great overnight. But what if the version of you that you're hoping to become only exists if you take that first step? Whether you're in year 7 or year 12, this year doesn't need to be flawless to be meaningful. It just needs you to be willing to grow, even if it's only a little. Growth can look like speaking up even when your voice shakes, applying even when you don't expect to get in, because who knows, maybe you will. Try joining something you feel underqualified for, or try asking for help instead of pretending like you're fine. None of that makes you weak, that's courage. Last year, I was given several roles where I had to speak in front of my peers. I still remember how nerve-wracking it felt. My hands shaking, my heart racing, thinking that I can't do this. And I know I wasn't the only one feeling that way. And if that's you, trust me, you're not alone. At a school like ours, we talk a lot about values, service, and becoming the best versions of ourselves. But that doesn't mean never struggling, never doubting yourself, never feeling overwhelmed. If anything, faith reminds us that we don't grow alone, and that we don't have to be perfect before we start. Trying matters, effort matters, and intentions matter. So instead of asking, what if I fail? Try asking, what if I don't try at all? A year from now, what would you regret more? Not trying, or trying and seeing even a little improvement? Not every risk will work out, but almost every risk will teach you something. So here's a simple challenge for this year. Just one thing. Pick one opportunity you'd normally avoid because it scares you a little bit. Try maybe putting up your hand a bit more, maybe joining a club or a team. It could even be applying for leadership or trying something new. Or it could even be something as simple as being more kind and more inclusive. You don't need to tell anyone, just don't let fear make the decisions for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. This podcast was produced by student Samreet from OLSH College in collaboration with OLSH Life Lesson Series. Thank you so much once again, and see you next time. Bye!